Hey everyone, it's Megan. It is call number 2 of our new consultant training webinars, and tonight we're talking about sound bites, who do you know, shadowing, and party planning. So this is a pretty important call, so I'm glad you guys are joining me. If you weren't able to join us and you're watching this on the YouTube, hey. So we've got a lot to cover tonight, so we're just gonna knock it right out of the park. Hopefully with your kit, you got a cute fancy folder, something like this. You may have gotten just like a Trapper Keeper type folder. But this has a ton of great information in it. If you haven't made your way through it, you need to go ahead and do that now. So there's one piece of paper in here that is like gold. It is amazing. Let me see if I can find it for you. It's called the Sound Bites. I take it out like every time, so there's a good chance I took it out and I didn't put it back because that sounds like something I would do. It's called the Sound Bites Conversation Guide. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on my screen to share with you guys. But it basically tells you everything you need to say as a consultant to kick ass and take names. So that's pretty cool. Give me 2 seconds and I will get this pulled up. I'm trying to make sure that I get to you. Woo! Oh, that's like full screen. I don't want full screen. That's crazy. That's too much. All right, let me share my screen with you guys. Boom, boom. So this is what it looks like that came in your kit. And basically it runs you through the mission of the company, a quick soundbite when people are like, what's Pure Romance? We're an in-home party company specializing in relationship enhancement products. And then all that kind of fun stuff. So over here is a conversation guide. Seriously, these are just little snippets that you just need to memorize and talk to your hostesses so that you don't kind of freeze up and forget what you need to say. So memorize this, keep it by you. If you're doing phone calls, keep it somewhere near your desk. I know a lot of women have it like right above their computer for easy access so they can just kind of refer back to it whenever they need it. So this is something that you'll never, ever, ever get sick of seeing. And then hands down, one of the most important things that you're going to need to memorize is your Pure Romance commercial. So this is, some people call them elevator speeches, some people call them 30-second commercials. This is literally when someone asks, oh, what's Pure Romance? Or, you know, what do you do? Then you have a great answer. Boom. So have that memorized and just know that it'll change with the different groups that you're talking to, but this is at least a good foundation. And when I first got started, some of the trainings I went to, this was something that Chris would seriously just pull people out of the crowd and he'd say, give me your Pure Romance commercial. And people would clam up and people didn't quite have it memorized. And so I really want to make sure you guys have this memorized so that if you show up at a training and Chris pulls you out of the crowd, you've got it. You've got it down pat. You know exactly what you're going to say. It's okay if you have a little stumble because usually when he calls up volunteers and they kick ass and they make them proud, you get free stuff. Yay! So have your commercial memorized. Quick tips on party planning are over here in the middle, addressing hostess concerns. This is amazing. If you just look through it when you got your kit and then you just kind of put it back in your folder and haven't looked at it since, please take it out and keep it by you all the time. Especially right now that we're in the middle of this booking blitz, you're getting a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't have room for a party. Oh, I don't have time for a party. Oh, I don't know anybody. That doesn't fly with me. You can quash all those objections real quick, but you got to know the right things to say. Another thing that should come in your kit, let me see, in here. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to knock everything out. Woo! Is something called a who do you know list. And I know that that's definitely online, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up that to share with you guys. I should have grabbed that thing out earlier. I've got this in a PDF form, and you guys, again, will have access to all of this after the call. So, who do you know? This is basically, some people call it a top 50 list, but it's just getting you to brainstorm who you need to introduce your business to. Go through your contact list on Facebook, go through your cell phone, and don't double up. Don't be like, well, Sally is the most health conscious person. She's got 3 kids and she likes saving money. You need to come up with 50 unique individual people write down their names and their phone numbers, and this is exactly where you're going to start with the people that you reach out to about your business. So if you're like, well, I don't really know who to talk to first, it's these people. And something that you can do is, especially as you're starting to build your network as a new consultant, if you have a trusted friend or family member or someone who really supports you, have them fill this out for you with names and phone numbers, at least some sort of contact information. And some people do like every line that they complete is $1, or some people say, you know, fill this out and I'll give you a free coochie cream. Do some sort of payment as a thank you, and that's going to, instead of just giving you the 50 that you knew of, it's going to give you 50 more people that you didn't know. So that's 100 new people to reach out to and talk about your business, and then practice your commercial that we already talked about when you're on the phone with these people. So this is fantastic. And I would go back and maybe do this at least once a year, especially if you feel like you're hitting a slump where you don't have as many parties booked as you want. I promise you guys aren't boring me. We just did a paint and wine thing, so I had like 3 glasses of wine, so it's the wine yawning. I'm still wide awake, but my face is like, yeah. So do this a couple times a year whenever you hit a slump, and it'll help you kind of jog your memory of the people that you need to talk to about your business. So that's the who do you know list. Oh man, I think my computer's freezing up again, y'all. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let me see if I can close some of this stuff, get it out of the way. I made, like, my computer just restarted yesterday and on its own, which is, you know, so much fun. So let's talk about the next thing on the list. You can use the party booking scripts that I will show you when my computer unfreezes. That will also be available on the Dropbox link. I know you guys are like, oh my God, our computer freezes every week. It sure does. Right. So basically, the party booking script, oh, and there it goes. Now my face is frozen. I hope my face isn't frozen to you guys. Let me pull it up on my Dropbox. Boop, boop, boop. So the party booking script is literally one of the things that you're just going to call when you talk to your hostesses. And just give them that sort of information right there online. You can read it straight from the script and ask them. And it's one of the great things that we do, especially with newer consultants, just to make sure that you kind of know what to say. Because I know it's hard when I'm like, go book parties, and you pick up the phone and you're like, hey, you want to book a party? So we try to give you the info. Oh, here we go. I just unfroze. But my Adobe is still being stupid. Stupid Adobe. Stop. Sorry, guys. I might start doing this for my assistant's computer because I don't think that one freezes as much. So I'll keep that in mind next week. Hopefully call number 3 will go a whole lot easier. So your goal for this week, this is a little bit of homework for you, is to schedule 6 party bookings within 60 days of your scheduled debut or your first day of business. We jokingly say that you're, because the science behind it, whoo, there we go. Slowly but surely. Hey, now you guys are back and big. I don't know if I was big the whole time, but my computer just caught up. Yay. So with the 100 no's, that should get you roughly about 10 parties booked, and it'll get you used to hearing no. And you have to remember that every no, it's not a personal affront. It's not, oh my gosh, so-and-so, you're a terrible person, I don't want to party with you. It's just like, no, it's not a good time. So I firmly believe that every no is a not now. That doesn't mean that they are against pure romance for the rest of their life, unless they explicitly say that. It just means it's not a good time, so you might want to reach out to them in 3 months and see if it's a better time. And again, that's why having that the top 50 list is a great way to brainstorm who you want to talk to. So I'll make sure you guys get a link to those party booking scripts. We also, that I'm making available to you, are the shadowing guidelines. So those are straight up rules. When you shadow a party, and shadowing a party is one of the best things you can do for your business. I recommend shadowing a party before you have your launch, if at all possible. You're going to use those shadowing guidelines, and you're going to sign them and hand them to the consultant that you're shadowing that night. And it's some of it's mostly, I mean, it's all common sense, but I felt that it needed to be written down because we did have a couple nightmare shadow sessions where, you know, someone came to shadow the consultant and they worked at a veterinarian's office and they were wearing scrubs that were covered in blood and they came to shadow a party. And that's fine if that's like their work, but that's not appropriate when you're shadowing a pure romance party to come in looking like you just left a horror movie. And it's just the basic rules, so I'll make sure you guys have access to that. So that's the standard that I hold you to, whether you shadow someone on our team or not. I want the person that you're shadowing to know that you know what you're doing. There's also the party shadow sheet or the party observation worksheet, and that is a 2-page document that you will be able to take notes on. And it's kind of like a guided note-taking session. So especially if you're shadowing for the first time, it tells you what to look for. So make sure you look it over before you get to the party so it doesn't all take you by surprise, like, oh, I didn't realize that. It's just good information. What games did she play? Why? It gives you areas where you can write down questions you might have for the consultant. And then the two of you can have a powwow after the party. So when you shadow, the biggest rule is that you are there to learn. You are not there to talk. So keep your mouth quiet, keep your ears and your eyes open, watch what she does. She's letting you shadow her. Don't ever poach her clients. If her customers ask you questions, just refer it back to her. But just use your common sense. All right, there's plenty of women out there for all of us, so don't try to like steal clients from other people. That's not cool. We also have hostess coaching calls and scripts and the party planning tools. That's going to help you coach your hostess into having an amazing party. Oh God, I'm so sorry about the yawning, you guys. I promise it's not you. We also have a hostess party prep form, which allows you to work with your hostess to determine her why for hostessing. So just like we have a why in our business, she's obviously hosting her party for a reason. And you need to make sure that you are keeping her excited about her party and reminding her why. Is it her birthday? Is it a bachelorette party? Is it a girls' night? Is she going to see her best friend from elementary school that she hasn't seen in 20 years? What is so special about this night that she had to celebrate with a pure romance party? Keeping her attention and her excitement, especially if she's booking a little bit further out, say like a month out. It's easy when you get her to book out a party because she's already jacked up. She's like, oh my God, this party was amazing. I can't wait to host my own. Well, then a couple weeks go by, she starts losing that momentum. So remembering why and reminding her of that is fan-freaking-tastic. But then also like touching base with her, like, I was thinking about showing this product that you saw at Susie's. Did you really like that product? She's going to be like, oh my God, yes. And then that's going to be in the forefront of her brain for the next couple of days. So making sure that you're customizing for products that she really liked. Are there any products that you're really excited to see that I showed at, you know, so-and-so's party? And so she's going to basically tell you what kind of party she wants. If she just kind of seems a little flippant and not engaged, ask her to theme it. And seriously, when people come up with a theme for their parties, I don't know what it does, but people go crazy for a theme. So if it's a little black dress, if it's a wine and chocolate, everybody's going to be so jacked up about it that even if it's just a random girls' night on a Thursday and we're not celebrating anything, getting people jacked up for a chocolate wine or a little black dress party or a thirsty Thursday, it's going to be getting everybody on board. They're all going to be jacked up about it. And then making sure when you're connecting, obviously, with your hostess for the couple times that you're going to talk to her on the phone, it's building rapport. It's giving a connection between the two of you, and that's definitely going to make the difference to make that party a much better party versus if you don't contact her at all and you just show up like, hey, I'm here, I brought the sex toys, right? You want to make sure you're building that relationship. We're in a relationship building industry, so we need to make sure we're also doing that with our hostesses. Something else, if you haven't done it yet, I need you to download the COO app on your phone. And you can do that. You can look for it in the Play Store, or if you go into your search, your browser, you can do coo.pureromance.com/app. And it'll bring it up and you choose Android or iPhone and you can just download it straight to your phone. It looks like that white button that says PRCOO, and then you can just hit it, and then it shows pink, and then it shows your face and your name and all your stuff. But you can put your parties, there's a little drop down over here, and you can do the parties, and then it'll tell you how much your profit is each month, and it'll tell you how much your profit was last month. So when you're booking these parties on the go, it's awesome. But let me show you something else this app does that I think I forget to tell you guys about. So again, on the drop down, there's a thing down here where it says mobile card. I hope you can see that, where it says mobile card. And you click the thing that says mobile card and you can type in someone's phone number and it sends you, or it sends that person a link to your store in an app form. So if you don't have your business cards, or if you're just out and it's weird, or like this is something my husband does where he just sends people the phone number if he's run out of my cards, then I can just type it in and it sets it straight to you that you're the consultant. And then if you want to be sneaky and grab a screenshot of their phone number, because it won't save their contact information to you, unfortunately, so you can screenshot their phone number and then send it to them. Just remember their name so you can put it in as like Sally Pure Romance gas station, you know, or wherever you met her. So you remember that. And then it'll give you, or send that person that app, the pink app. It's called My Personal Consultant. And with this app, all they have to do is put in their phone number, and then it'll hit Let's Get Started, and then it'll pull it up. And so this is literally my mobile site. And so down here, they can click that pink link and go straight to my store. They can send me a text. They can book a party. They can forward that to a friend. They can send their friend the whole entire damn app. Or they can take pictures. Sometimes the catalogs are interactive, so that's kind of cool too. So this is nice to have basically a mobile business card right on your phone. So make sure you've downloaded those so when you're on the go, you can make it happen. All right, I want to show you how you enter your parties into the COO. And I know I made a video about this earlier as this booking blitz started, but if you didn't see it, I'm going to do a really quick recap of it now. Because right now we're entering our parties for the booking blitz, but this is also going to help you track your customers going forward. So when Sally calls you and she's like, oh my God, girl, I ran out of cooch cream. I can't remember what the smell was because I already threw the bottle away. What was it? You can put in her info and it'll tell you everything she's ever purchased. So get in the habit of doing this. It's part of your customer service and it's awesome. So when you go to my business, my parties, woohoo! Then when it loads, it'll say upcoming parties, and you can literally add a party. And you can start typing in, let's say, my name, Megan Meyer, PR by Megan. Right now we're in the booking blitz, so you're going to put Southern Romantics. Yeah. And then you put in all this information. You're going to put in the address, all that kind of fun stuff. And then when you scroll down, you're going to hit Save Party. So literally, that's all you've got to do to create a party right now for the booking blitz. So if you haven't done that yet, go do it all tonight. And make sure you put it in the Southern Romantics. Make sure all these lines are filled out correctly. And then when that happens, it pulls it up just like this. So you can see all these things. I don't want to focus too much because I don't want you seeing where all my people live. Hey, don't spam the people. Because that'd be a little creepy. And so that's how you put your parties in, and that's how you're also going to be able to then go into your contacts and be able to kind of search which party they were at, what they bought at that party, all that kind of fun stuff. Okay. Ooh, this is a flyer you guys are going to like. If you don't like it, too bad. So there's a lot of flyers that I'm not showing you just because I don't want my computer freezing. There's like 10 flyers for this call or 10 handouts for this call. But you guys totally get to see them on your own. Hold on, let me get this ret for you. And this is the old stationery and logo, so don't judge. We've had a makeover. Okay, so this is 100 ways to book parties. Especially as a new consultant, it might be hard to book parties. Sometimes it's hard as an experienced consultant to book parties. But these are literally 100 ways where you can book a party. And so it's like, what, 5 pages long? So if you're really struggling to book parties, reference this. And if you're like, oh yeah, okay, so I referenced it, I tried a couple, they didn't work. I'm just over it. Keep implementing new ways to book parties. Try one for 3 weeks, see how it goes. If it doesn't work, try another one for 3 weeks. I guarantee you no consultant we've been around for 23 years. No consultant has done all 100 of these and not booked one party. I'm going to match your effort with what I give to you guys. So if you're telling me that you've done everything you could possibly do to book a party, I know you haven't, because I know you haven't done all 100 of these and nobody's booked a party. And if for God's sake, some reason you did all 100 of these and you didn't book a party, then we got to work on you, because they're just not wanting to hang out with you. But I know that's not the case, because you guys are freaking awesome. So I'm going to let you guys look at that, because I'm not going to sit there and read them all, because Lord, that's crazy. But those are still, I mean, the stationery is old, the logo is old, the information is still legit. So one of the other ways that we kind of talk to you guys about booking parties or getting your name out there and starting to grow your business is a technique called 5 is Alive. And the purpose behind this is you talking about your business. And that's sometimes a hard thing if you're not big on public speaking, or if you're kind of nervous to introduce yourself to new people. It's just a challenge. There's no real wrong way to do it. The worst that could happen is someone says no thank you. But the whole theory behind it, 5 is Alive, is there's 3 different ways for you to make sure that people know about your business. So 5 is Alive, the first step is meeting 5 new contacts a day, or establishing 5 new contacts a day. And an easy way to make that happen is by making cute little goodie bags. I bought these cute little pink organza bags from Uline, and I put 2 business cards in it and a coupon and maybe a piece of candy that's not going to melt, so not chocolate, maybe like a Now and Later, or a pack of Smarties or Starburst or something like that. And I love what Heather Pillow does. She literally, as soon as she leaves the house, she holds all 5 of these in her hand, and she can't use both her hands until she's given them all away. So if she goes to Starbucks, you know, she can't pick up her drink if she's got 5 goodie bags. So she's going to run around and give out her 5 goodie bags at Starbucks. And it's a great way just to kind of like start talking to people. So she says something like to her barista, oh my gosh, you know, you're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for making this coffee. I really appreciate it. I wanted to give you this. Not listen to my spiel, like blah, 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 word vomit all over them. Just here, you deserve this. There's going to be info in the goodie bag that tells them everything, and you're just giving them a treat. But you want to try to at least get her name, especially if it's someone that you frequent. Like if you go to the same Starbucks 3 times a week, make sure you know who your barista is, and always tip them well. So 5 new contacts a day by giving them goodie bags. Maybe it's the checkout lady at the grocery store. Maybe it's, you know, the guy at the gas station, or your mail person. So 5 new contacts a day. The second step is that everyone within a 5-foot radius of you needs to know what you do. So if you're pumping gas, instead of hiding in your car, talk to the person who's pumping gas on the other side of the pump. Ask them how their day's doing. Give them a damn goodie bag, right? Let them know about what you do. Give them a business card. See if you can get theirs. You're both trapped while your car is filling up. Why not make the most of it and try to get a new contact from it? We've got a girl on our team. Some of you guys know her, Brittany. She's amazing, and her son does this for her. Her son Drake does this for her. If they're at the grocery store, he asks mom, he's like, aren't you going to give her a goodie bag? Mom, tell her about the girl parties. So Brittany's kind of forced to tell everybody about her business because her son's doing it for her. So if you have kids, make them work for you. Yay! That's what kids are for. And the last step of 5 is Alive is to always have 5 parties on your books. And I really love that idea. So like yesterday, I had a party. So my intention at every party is to at least book 1 party, but you know, the goal is to book 3, but I'll settle for 1 to replace the party I just had. So making sure that you're replacing the parties that you're currently doing, that's the key to a successful business. If you're not trying to replace the parties that you're having, then that's where you're going to feel that you've hit a slump and your business is going to definitely slow down. We want to maintain that consistency. So always have at least 5 parties on your books. Boom, 10-minute warning. Oh, we good. This is going to be good. So your goodie bags will include, like I said, business card, candy that won't melt, and a flyer, a coupon, or an advertisement. And I have a handout version of that I'll make sure you guys have, and make sure it has some sort of call to action on it, not just like, this is Pure Romance, thumbs up, buy. This is Pure Romance, here's 20% off. Here's like $500 added to your party sales. Here's some reason for you to call me. Hopefully you'll get their card. If you don't, work on that. I always keep a notebook with me. It's over there, just a blank notebook. So if they don't have a business card, then I can get their information real quick. And I won't just like add them to Facebook groups. I'll just put them on my email list, and I'll reach out to them the next day and be like, oh my gosh, let me text you. It was really nice to meet you. Cool, bye, awesome. So that's the whole give a card, get a card idea. So if you give out your information, make sure you're getting theirs. If you're sitting around waiting for all those business cards that you gave out for all those people to pick up the phone and call you, you will be waiting forever. So you have to be proactive about reaching out to those folks. So that's basically the run through. I know I didn't show you all the handouts because my computer would definitely have frozen again. Your homework for this week is to post pictures of the goodie bags you create on our Facebook page and share with the group if you're putting something cute in them. There's a bunch of people who put little rhymey things. Some people are like, be a smarty, book a party, and they throw Smarties in there. I know our friend Casey did one that was now and later's, and it was like, I'll give you a treat now so I can give you a treat later, or I'll spoil you later. And I thought, I don't do words. But it was a really cute idea. So if you're good with words and you can make cute little call to action puns using candy, go for it. So that's your homework. And because we have 8 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you guys for a quick Q&A session. And if you don't have any questions, then we can shut it down. So you are unmuted. So does anyone have any questions?
I actually do have a question.
What's your question?
So I got my kit like the beginning of March, but we didn't have my launch party scheduled to the end of this month. So when I got to today, it told me I had to have a $200 to stay active. If I do the inventory advantage program, will that count as my $200 or no?
Yes. Yes, it will.
Okay, awesome. Because Brittany wasn't sure about that either, so I just wanted to ask to double check on
that. Yep. Awesome. Good question. What other questions do you ladies have? No pressure.
Okay, I have another question then.
Okay.
So I got my kit right before the new kits came out, so I have all of the old catalogs. Do I just get rid of them?
Use them, girl. Use them. I put a sticker on the front that says, new catalogs available now. Book a party with me to see the new stuff.
Okay.
And I use I use old catalogs for hostess packets. I use them at vendor fairs. I put them in an envelope and I seal it, and basically the sticker says, please don't open this here. It's a family event. If you want to see one of the catalogs, book a party with me.
Okay.
So, they're still great marketing tools. If you can leave them at like a nail salon or a hair salon with the owner's permission, you're welcome to do that too. They don't have to be permanent. What other questions do y'all have? Awesome. Well, then we might go ahead and shut this down a little early tonight. So thank you guys so much for participating. Next week, we're going to talk about goal setting, which is one of my favorite things. So I hope you're excited. Go ahead and start thinking about your goals, but go ahead and keep working on those goodie bags. And I will see you guys. I might see some of you tomorrow night for our Booking Blitz wrap-up party at my house. And for those of you that I won't see physically because you live too far away, then I'll see you next week on the webinar. If you haven't entered your parties in, go ahead and do that. Keep kicking butt and taking names. And I'm excited to see what Q2 is going to bring this team. It's going to be some fun. All right, ladies, I will see you later.